Good day, Carinites. Look who is back. Yeah, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome back to class. So in this video tutorial, as you can see what I have here, we'll be learning how to make these beautiful shorts, a matching shorts for the shirt we made last week. So if you have not seen the tutorial for this shirt, kindly check the channel. We have it detailed tutorial on how to make it. Very pretty. So as you can see, we are using the same pattern for the short. I'll be taking you through the step by step on how to make this. Quite simple, adjustable, and I'll be dropping size charts on how to adjust it to any size you want. So that being said, let me take you through the materials we'll be needing making this beautiful short, and we'll just jump right into the tutorial. So we'll be using ball of yarn. So obviously I used 4 color. I will strongly suggest that you use at least 2 colors for this pattern, because if you don't switch colors, the pattern will actually not, it's not going to come out, it's not going to pop. So you need at least 2 colors. So you need to change colors after every 2 row or every 2 rounds. So you need at least 2 colors. But for me, I'll be working with these 4 gorgeous colors, and the brand I'll be using is Yeye. It's 100% acrylic and it's a fingerling yarn, as you can see, and I'll be working with just a single strand like this. Yes, I'll be working with this just single strand. So if you can get any fingerling yarn that is not too thick and not very thin, not too thin, if you can get it, that would be perfect. And I used for this complete set, the shirt and top, I think I use about 1 ball each, less than, actually I did not finish it, less than a ball each. So the hook size I'll be using in the course of this tutorial is size 3.0 and 2.0. I'm using 3.0 for the short and 2.0 for our ribbon. That's the top, the waistband of our shorts. I'll be using 2.0. I'll be needing a tapestry needle to weave in our hands and also to pass our drawstring. I'll be needing a measuring tape, very important, a pair of scissors for cutting. Yeah, so that will be all for the materials we'll be needing. So let's get started. And yeah, before we get started, if you are not yet a subscriber, click that subscribe button, join the community, join the family. We drop amazing tutorials every week. Kindly go through the channel to see amazing and beautiful designs we have for our baby boys and girls. So let's get started. So to kickstart our shorts, we are going to start with a foundation chain, and the foundation chain is going to be length of our hip round measurement. The hip round measurement I'm working with is 22 or 23 inches. I want a free short, I don't want it fitted. So this depends on your preference. I'll be leaving some size measurement on the screen. For 0 to 6 months, I'll suggest you chain 18 to 18.5, or if you want it free, you can do 19. I'll suggest around 18 inches. For 12 months, 6 to 12 months, I'll suggest 20 inches. 12 to 18 months, I'll suggest 22 inches, which is the one I'm doing. And for 18 to 24 months, I would suggest around 24, 25 inches, depending on the size of the toddler you're making this for. So I'm going to be starting with this very deep blue. It's a navy blue color. It's looking like black, but it's not black. So I'm going to start with a slip knot. If you have a better way of doing your slip knot, please go ahead and do it your way. So after making a slip knot, I will go ahead and start making my chains. Like I said, I'll make a chain that is the length of my hip round. As for me, I'm working with 22 or 23 inches. So, and whatever your foundation chain is going to be, make sure it's a multiple of 4 plus 1. Any number that can divide 4, that is divisible by 4, then add 1 to it. Multiple of 4 plus 1. So I will go ahead and make my own chain. So after completing my chain, I will let you know the number of chains that I made. So here is what I have. I have a total of 121. 120 is a multiple of 4, and I added the extra one. Remember I said multiple of 4, then plus 1. So I have 121 chains. Let me take the measurement with you. I have around 23 inches. And remember, the pattern is more like a mesh pattern, so it shrinks. So make sure you give that allowance. So trying to take the measurement. As you can see, 2 above 23. So after working, it's definitely going to, after working our first row, it's actually going to shrink. So after that, okay, I think I will do that last one again. After that, I'm going to trace my chain. You see, it's my chain. This is the right side. I'm going to trace it all the way. Make sure the right side of your chain is facing you, just like this, so that we don't have our chain twisted, because we want to slip stitch into the very first chain that we did. So after that, you're going to turn it inside like that, and you go ahead and slip stitch into the very first chain. So this is what we have. As you can see, our chain is not twisted. So after having this, right now we are going to start working our pattern. We are going to start with chain 3. You always start with chain 3. 1, 2, 3. That's our first double crochet. So I actually prefer working with 2 single crochets, just like we did for our shirt. So I'll chain 1. Now we'll go into that same space, work a single crochet, then I'll go right into the loop by the side and work another single crochet. So this counts as my first double crochet. But if you find this confusing, you can go ahead and chain 3. It's the same thing, it won't change anything. So after that, you go right into the next chain, you work your second double crochet, you go into your third chain, you work your third double crochet. So in total we have 3 double crochets, and after that you chain up 1, and then you skip the next chain, you move to the next one, then you start your double crochet again. 1, you move to the next, 2, you move to the next, 3. After completing 3 double crochets, you chain 1, skip the next chain, then you repeat. So that's the repetition for round 1. 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets, chain 1. So just go ahead and keep repeating that until you get to the very end. So right here, this is what I have. So I will go ahead and keep repeating this. When I get to the end, I will come and show you what to do. So you are going to finish your round with 1 double crochet. That's what you're going to be finishing with. And after that, you will go ahead without chaining 1. So you go ahead and slip stitch into your very first double crochet. If you chained 3, you go ahead and slip stitch into the 3rd chain, and this marks the end of the row of row 1. So this is what it looks like. Yeah, I counted my foundation chain again. I actually chained 125, not 121. So after that, to start the second round, you are going to turn your work. You are always going to be turning our work. So after turning, I'll go into the last double crochet I did previously. I'll go directly and work a single crochet. As you can see, I did not chain. I'll work a single crochet, and I'll go right into that loop by the side and add another single crochet, making my first double crochet. If you don't like this method, you can just go ahead and chain 3. After that, I'll chain 1. So what we are going to be doing in this round is we are going to be working double crochet on double crochet, and where you have chain 1, you are going to chain 1. So I chained 1, you are going to skip that chain 1 space, and you go ahead on your double crochets, you go ahead and work 1 double crochet on each. So you work double crochet where you have double crochet, you chain 1, skip where you have chain 1, and go ahead and continue working your double crochet. So it's just repetition of previous round. You work 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets. So we just go ahead and repeat this until you come back to the very end here. So I am right here at the end of the second round. So moving on to the third, I'm going to be switching colors. I'm going to be switching to this baby pink. So I'll go right into the first double crochet I did here, and I'm going to be slip stitching with my new color. So I'll go ahead and make my slip stitch and chain 1. So I'll go ahead and make knots. So I'll suggest you change colors too, because is when you change color, you are going to actually see the beauty of this pattern. If you don't change color, the pattern is not that given. Yeah, so changing color will give it beauty, that beauty. So after changing color, I'm going to switch, and we are going to start. We are going to do something different. So I'll go right into that very first double crochet right here. I'll go in, I'll do my 2 single crochets as usual, and if you are chaining 3, go ahead and chain 3, and after that I'm going to chain 1. I'll skip the next stitch, which is this. We are skipping that, and I'll move to the next, which is this 1. You see this chain 1 space that we have, we'll go right into this row below. We are going to skip this, we are going right below here. We are not working here, we are working here. So I'll yarn over, I'll go in. We are working like a spike stitch, so I'll pull up very well, then work my double crochet. That's my second double crochet. Then I will go right into the next stitch and work my third double crochet. So we have our 3 double crochets completed. So we just repeat the pattern: chain 1, skip the next stitch, into the next one, work your first double crochet. We always repeat the group of 3 double crochets. So work your first double crochet, then into this chain 1 space, skip this row, you go into the row below and you pull up, work your double crochet, then move to the next stitch, work your double crochet. So this is what we have, and this is what we are going to be repeating throughout this round. So you chain 1, start working your pattern. You skip the next stitch, then you go ahead, work your first 1, the chain 2, you skip this row, you go the row below, pull up, work your second double crochet, then you go into the next stitch and work your third double crochet. So right there, this is what we are going to be repeating for this round. So I am right here at the end of the third round, and this is what it looks like. I'm finishing with 3 double crochets. Now we go ahead and slip stitch into my very first double crochet, and we have that. So for the fourth round, I'm going to turn. Remember, I always start with 2 double crochets, 2 single crochets, but in case you don't want that, remember you can always chain 3. So that's my first double crochet. Then I'll move to the next. We are just going to repeat what we have previously. We are going to work 3 double crochets where we have 3 double crochets, chain 1 where you have chain 1. So it's just a repetition of the second round that we did. So you just go ahead, work double crochet where you have double crochet, and chain 1 where you have chain 1. So that's just what we are doing here. So that's just the repetition for this round. So I have my 3 double crochets. I'll chain 1 because I have chain 1 here. I'm going to skip it, and I'll start my 3 double crochets again. 3 double crochets, chain 1, skip the chain 1, and I will go ahead and repeat this until I get back here. So I am right here at the end of round 4. So we go ahead and slip stitch into our first double crochet, and I'm going to be switching to a new color. So I'm going to be switching to this color, this aqua blue. I will go ahead and chain 1 to secure that. Now go ahead and make knots, and after that I'm going to turn. And here's what we are going to be doing for this round. We are going back to the first row, the first round, what we did in the first round. So here's what we are going to do. This is our first stitch, so I'll go in with my 2 single crochets. Go ahead and chain 3 if is that what you are doing. So this is our first. Remember, for the first row we start with 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets. So this is 1. So you see the chain 2 space, so just like we did here, you go right below, work your second double crochet, then you work your third double crochet. So right now we have our 3 double crochets. Then you chain 1, skip the next stitch, move to the next 1. You skip this row, you go below, work your spike stitch, then move to the next, okay, double crochet. So now we are working 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets, chain 1, skip the next stitch, move to the next, okay, double crochet, spike stitch, that's 2, then a double crochet. So it's just a repetition now. So you go ahead and repeat this all the way. I'll come and show you how to start the next round, then we go ahead and complete the necessary height or the length you want for your for the upper part. I'm actually going to leave some size on the chart on the screen so you can know the height you need to do. Then after that, we come back and split the legs. So go ahead, complete this round. I'll come and show you how to do the next round and also tell you what to do in the following rounds. So after completing this round, which is round 5, this is what it looks like. As you can see, our pattern is popping already. So we go ahead and slip stitch. For this round, you will always finish with 1 double crochet. So slip stitch and turn, and we are starting in our the last double crochet we did here. That's where we are starting. So I'll work my 2 single crochets just like that, and we are going to work our normal 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochets. So you chain 1, you skip, you work double crochet where you have double crochet, you chain 1 where you have chain 1. So we go ahead and repeat this for this round, and after that you turn, and we are going to be repeating this row where we did okay, we are going to be repeating this row where we started with. So after chaining 1, when you get back here to work your next row, you are going to be working double crochet, then spike stitch, then a double crochet. That will be we are going to be repeating row 1, 3 double crochet at the beginning, you chain 1, skip 1, 3 double crochets, chain 1, skip 1. So that will be the repetition from now. We are repeating 4 rows. So we are going to be repeating where we have the first row where we have 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets, like that. So after that, the following row you are going to be repeating this, which is the normal regular row. You work double crochet where you have double crochet, chain 1 where you have chain 1. So after that, the following row will be 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet. I hope you get the pattern, and I hope I'm not confusing you. And in case you are confused, just rewind the video and watch again. I will go ahead complete this row though, and I'll come and show you how to start the next row. So from there you pick it up. So the fourth color I'll be using is color white. So I'm going to be switching to color white. Chain 1, and I'll make knots. And after that, I'm going to turn, and we are going to start our pattern. So as you can see here that we have 3. So whenever you want to start a new color and you have 3 double crochets like this, you're always going to start with 1 double crochet, chain 1. So I'll start with my double crochet. So whenever you have 3 double crochets like this, you always start with 1 double crochet, you chain 1, you skip the next, then start working your pattern. Your 3 double crochets, 1, you make your spike stitch, then you work your 3rd double crochet, chain 1, and you repeat. But whenever you want to start a new row and you have double crochet, chain 1, double crochet like this, whenever you want to start with a new color and you have this, you will always start with 1, then you work a double crochet, then a double crochet. You will always start with 3 double crochets. You can see that this row we started with just 1 double crochet, then we chain 1 before we start working our 3 double crochets. But whenever you want to start using a new color and you have this instead of this, you have this pattern like this, you are always going to start with 3 double crochets. You work 1 double crochet on this, you work spike, you work a spike double crochet, then a double crochet on this. I hope I am clear enough, and I hope I am not confusing you. So I will go ahead and continue working my pattern. So just go ahead and keep repeating row. So you just go ahead and keep repeating, let's say from round 3 to round 3, 4, 5, 6. You keep repeating from round 3 to round 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's what you keep repeating. So as for me, I'll keep repeating until I have about 4 inches. because we don't want this upper part too high, because we are still going to be working our waistband, our ribbing. We are still going to be working it, so we don't want it too long. So I'll keep repeating until I have about 4 inches or 4.5. Excuse me. I'll be leaving some size chart on the screen so you will know the length to do before we come and split the legs. So when I have mine done, I will come and show you what next to do. So here is my work. I did 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. I did 14 rows, and that measures 4.5 inches. So actually my short is supposed to measure 5.5 inches before splitting of legs. So the remaining 1 inch that we have left, we are going to be using our waistband or the ribbon. We are going to be using it for that. So that's why it's a little bit short. So right now we are going to be splitting the legs. So this row is my last. This is my last row. So here I'll be switching colors, and I'll be switching to color white. So I'll grab my white color. I'm drawing chain 1, and I'm going to make a knot, 2 knots actually, to secure that. So I'm going to turn. So right now, here is what we are going to do. Remember our, what's it called, our foundation chain is not an even number, so it's not divisible by 2. Remember our foundation chain was multiple of 4 plus 1. So obviously your foundation chain is going to be an odd number. So here's what we are going to do. You are going to divide your total stitch count by 2. When you are counting, remember to count your chain 1 space as well. So as for me, my foundation chain was 125. So if I'm dividing that by 2, I'm going to be having 62 and 63, right? So one leg is going to be more than the other leg with just 1 stitch. So here's what we are going to do. I counted from here to this place. I have 62. So, and from here back to this place is what's it called, is 63. So we are going to be making chain for 0 to 12 months. You'll be making a chain that is about 1.5 inches long, and whatever your chain is going to be, make sure it is multiple of 4. So it's either you chain 8 or you chain 12, like that. So as for me, for 12 months to 2 years, we are going to be making a chain that is around 2 inches. As for me also, I'll make sure it's a multiple of 4. Whatever chain you are making for the crotch area, make sure it is multiple of 4. We need it to be multiple of 4 because of our pattern that we are doing. If it's not multiple of 4, it's going to mess up our pattern that we are making. So that's why we need it to be multiple of 4. So here I chained 12, and as you can see, it's a little bit more than 2 inches. That is fine, because if I reduce it to 8, it will not be up to 12 inches. It's not going to be up to 2 inches rather. So for 0 to 12 months, I'll suggest you chain 8. For 12 to 2 years, I'll suggest you chain 12, just like me. So after chaining 12, here's what we do. You see, from here to where I have my stitch marker, that's where I have my 62 stitches, the lesser one. Why this one is the 63 stitches. So we are going to be starting with the one with 63 stitches. So after chaining, I'm going to skip all of this and move right here. This was where I marked. This stitch right here was where I marked. So I'm going to move here. I'm going to slip stitch here. So obviously we'll be skipping this leg. We'll be starting with this leg first, the one with 63 chains, the one with more 63 stitches rather, the one with more stitches, while this one is with lesser stitches. So after chaining 12 and slip stitching, I'm going to start with I'm actually going to chain 1 to secure that. Then I'm going to start working my pattern. So here we are going to start our double crochet, or you go ahead and chain 3. So I work the double crochet like that. Then we start working our pattern back. This is the chain 1 space. We work our spike stitch. That's 2. Then we work a double crochet into the next. just 3. You chain 1, you skip, and you continue working your pattern just like you would normally do. So double, chain 1, oops, need to chain that again, chain 1, skip, then start again, double crochet. So I will go ahead and work this pattern. When I get to this edge right here, this end, I will come and show you how we are going to be working in how we are going to be working inside our chain. So I'm right here, start working in my chain. So I've completed 3 double crochets. So I'll chain 1, I'll skip the first chain, I'll skip, then I'll move to the next, and I'll work my double crochet 1, 1, 2, and 3. After that, I'll chain 1, I'll skip, 1, 2. It's just, we are just working our pattern, 1, 2, and 3. And finally, I'll chain 1, skip, and work my 3 double crochets, skip. So after completing that, I'll go ahead and slip stitch. So we've completed that round, and this is what we have. So moving to the next, we just go ahead and continue repeating our normal pattern. You turn and start working your pattern, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, skip the chain 1 space, and continue working your pattern, chain 1, skip, work your 3 double crochets, chain 1, skip, and you go ahead and continue working your pattern. As you can see that we did not mess up or scatter our pattern that we've been following, as you can see. So I will go ahead and continue working my pattern, switching colors, and you will go ahead and keep repeating this until you get to your desired length. Actually, after I complete this row, this round, I will come and show you how you are going to work the second leg. So we just go ahead and continue our short until we have the length we want. And I'll come and show you what we are going to be doing at the brim of our short, and also we are going to be working our, what's it called, waistband. So quickly, I want to show you how to work the second leg. So you just go ahead and keep working the 2 legs simultaneously before at the end, when you have just 1 row left to the desired length of your short, I'll come and show you what we are going to do to that. So I'm going to grab my yarn, make a knot, and I'm going to join here. Remember, we are working this way. So I'm joining here. This is the, yeah, right here. This is the first stitch. So I'm going to chain 1, and I'll work my 2 single crochets, or you go ahead and chain 3. So after doing that, I'll chain 1. As you can see, there's 3 double crochets we have here. So I'll chain 1, skip, I'll skip here, and I'll start from here. Just our normal pattern, double crochet 1, I'll work my spike stitch, 2, then into the next 3, chain 1, skip, 1, spike stitch, and the third. So I will go ahead and repeat this until I get to this where I have my stitch marker. Then I'll come and show you what to do. So after I have my 3 double crochets, and I'm right here, this is the last stitch here, which is my chain 1, which I'm going to chain 1. So this is the last stitch here, which is the marked stitch, so I'm going to skip it, and I will go into my chains, I'll start my pattern. One. The gap here is quite big, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a double crochet two together to reduce that gap. So I'll go in here. If you don't have a very big gap, you can skip it. I did I want to work a double crochet, but I did not finish it. Now yarn over and go into my stitch, work and complete my double crochet. So I did double crochet two together. So this count as just one stitch. So it is 1, 2, 3, chain 1, skip the chain 1 space, 1, 2, 3, skip the chain 1 space, that's 2, or chain 1, skip 1, 1, 2, 3. Remember we chained 12, right? So 3 with this chain 1, that's 4, 3 with this chain 1, that's 8, 3 and chain 1, that's 12. So remember this this leg is 1 stitch lesser than this, so we go ahead and create 1 extra stitch here. Create and just find any way to enter your stitch. So we are creating that extra stitch here. Okay, I think that's quite tight. I want to enter right here. Okay, yeah, work a double crochet, then I'll go ahead and slip stitch. So here is the thing: if your own while working, when you get here, maybe it's not as complete as mine, yours might be, you remember I did my extra stitch here, yours you might need to add yours here, not here. So it depends on your number of stitches and the flow of your work. So it depends. If probably maybe you got here, and after working 2, like 1, 2, 3, after working 3, you need to chain 1 and skip, but there's nothing to skip. You just go ahead and skip. You've created that extra stitch. I don't know if you understand. What I'm trying to explain is the 1 stitch that is missing here, we are just going to create it so that we can have our balanced, so that we can have the same number of stitch count for each leg. I hope my explanation is clear enough. So after that, we are going to turn and start working our regular pattern. So we are just going to follow our pattern now. So skip. So I'll go ahead and continue working my pattern. I'll continue working with the 2 legs. So when I have the length of my shorts, when I have just 1 row left or 1 round, when I have that left, I'll come and show you what to do, and we'll come and work our ribbon as well. So here is my shorts. Look at that beauty, very pretty, right? Yeah. So I repeated the pattern just like I instructed you, and this is what I have. I finished this leg, as you can see. I finished this leg, so I'll be showing you how to finish yours using the second leg. So like I completed my the leg. The last row I did was the second row. So the final row, make sure that your final row is on the right side, and the right side will be that row where we work our spike stitch. That will be your final, let me say second to the last, because we are still going to work a single crochet round for our final row. So to start, I'm going to, I think I have chain 1 after joining, so I will do my 2 single crochet, which is my first double crochet. Normally I'm supposed to chain 1, skip this, then go here, but since it's our final row, we are not chaining 1 at all. you're just working single, once double crochet in all stitches. You work spike stitch where you're supposed to work spike stitch, but no chain one. So I'm right here. I'll go ahead and work my spike stitch, and after that I'll go into the next stitch, start working my regular double crochet. Like I said, no chain one for this row. You're not chaining one at all, you're just working your single crochet in all stitches. So when I have this row completed, I'll come and show you what next to do. So I am right here at the end of the round, so I'll go ahead and make a slip stitch. So this is what we have. So the last round, we are not turning, we are still working on the same direction. So I'll be working the last round in the same direction. So I chained one, so we are going to be working one single crochet into each and every of our stitches. So you go in and work one single crochet in all stitches across. So just work your regular single crochet in all stitches. When you get to the end, you slip stitch in the very first single crochet and you fasten off. So I've completed my single crochet, and here is what I have. So we have the legs completed, so you go ahead and complete the second leg. So this is what we have. So the final thing we'll be doing is working on our band, and I've switched to 2.0 mm hook because I want the I want the waist a little bit smaller, so that's why I'm working with 2.0. And here's what we are going to do. I'm going to make a slip knot, then you're going to join your yarn anyway. So I'm going to join, okay, this is the back, so I'm going to join here, right there. Remember, for our waistband, it's going to be around 1 inch thick in height, 1 inch. If you want it thicker or you want it longer, you can go ahead and make it longer, but for me I want just 1 inch. So I'll make a chain that's around 1 inch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I have 6. I want to take that measurement. 6. Yeah, I think that's fine. 6. So I'm going to chain 1, which is my turning chain. Then I'll go ahead and work 6 single crochets. So starting from the second chain from the hook. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and finally 6. I have 6 single crochets. So I will go ahead and slip stitch into the next 2 stitches. So this is where our single crochet is, so we are not counting that. So I'm slip stitching in this first, the next double crochet here. I'll make a slip stitch, and the next stitch is my chain 1. So I'll go into the chain and make a slip stitch. So I have 2 slip stitches. I'm going to turn, no chain. As you can see, I'm not chaining, I just turned, and I'm going to skip those 2 stitches. 1, 2, these 2 slip stitches we did, I'm going to skip the 2, 1, 2. So I'll go back into the back loop. Here is the back loop. Whenever we go into our stitches, we go through 2 loops. We have the front loop and the back loop, so we are working in the back loop. We want something stretchy, so I will go ahead and work my 6 single crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and finally 6. So I have 6 single crochets. After that, you chain 1. Whenever you get to the top here, you will always chain 1 and turn. But at the base here, after slip stitching, you are not chaining. So after turning, we always work in the back loop. So if you are working in the back loop all through, so back loop, you work your 6 single crochets down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. After completing 6 single crochets, remember we slip stitch in the chain 1 space, so we are not, so this is the next stitch where we are starting our slip stitch. So you go in, work your first slip stitch, that's 1. Then you go into the next stitch, which is this, and work your second slip stitch. So you have 2 slip stitches, then you turn. After that, you are going to skip those 2 slip stitches, 1 2, then you start working right here. We are only working into our single crochets. You are not working in your slip stitch, and you will always work in the back loop only. 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. So this will always be this is what we are going to be repeating all through to work our waistband. You chain 1 and turn. So you go ahead, work 6 single crochets in the back loop only. When you get to the base, you continue with your 2 slip stitches, and after that you will turn without chaining. Then you skip the 2 slip stitches and work 6 single crochet back into the back loop only. So we go ahead and repeat this all the way until I get back here, and I'll come and show you how we are going to join. So I'm right here at the end of the of my waistband, of the ribbon that we are doing. So I worked my single crochet down, so I'll be slip stitching in the last 2 stitches. I've slip stitched here earlier, so I'm going to slip stitch right here, and the last one right here. Right there. I started my slip stitching here, so I just turn. I work my single crochet all the way up. 2 3 4 5 and 6. So after working my 6 single crochets, I'm going to chain 1. I'll leave a tail for sewing, but we're going to be joining the ends together. Now fasten off. I'll pull that out and I'll grab my tapestry needle. I'm going to thread my tapestry needle with the yarn tail, and right here from the top I'm going to be sewing from the inside. So I'm going to pick 1, and I'm going to pick the front loop right here, the one in front. So that's 1. I'll go back and join that same stitch again. In fact, I'll make a knot to secure that. So that's 1. So I'll go to the next and pick the front loop of the next. That's 2. I'll go to the next and pick the front loop of the next. That's 3. I'm going to the next stitch and pick the front loop. That's 4. And the next. 5, and finally right here 6. Seems like I have a space here at the base. Okay, I think I have that close. So I'll go back into that same spot, that number 6, and make a knot so as to secure my sewing. So I have my waistband completed. So after that, I will go ahead, weave in these ends, this one and every other ends I need to weave. And the last thing I will come and show you is how to add our drawstring. So to pass our drawstring, I have a chain here. I have a string of about 150 chains. I know I'm going to be losing some, but I decided to make excess. So after passing around, if I need to lose, because I'm going to make a bow to make sure that it's long enough to tie, then if I need to lose, I'm going to lose. As you can see, I still have my yarn here. I did not cut it in case I need to lose or I need to do more. So this is the end, the first one where I started. So I'm going to thread the end to my tapestry needle, and I'll try and highball the middle, which is this. So I'll start my passing from here. I'll move up a little, so let's just start going in and out, in, out, in, out, just like that. So I'll make sure I leave some here. Yeah, just this. So I'll go ahead and pass the remaining around the entire waistband. So we just keep moving in and out, just like that, until I have it completely threaded around the entire waistband till I come out here. So when I'm out here, I'll come and show you what next to do. So I have it completely passed around the entire waistband, and this is what it looks like. So as you can see, it looks short, but I'm going to remember we are going to be drawing that it's a drawstring. So I don't want to draw it too much. So I'm trying to make a bow. Okay. I think, let me see. Thinking of adding maybe like 10 more chains so that I can have a longer end. I think I'm fine with this end. So I'm going to add 10 more chains. So I've added my 10 chains. So this is what I have. I will go ahead and make my bow. So I have it drawn a little. So I will go ahead and make my bow. Yeah, I have my bow done. And yeah, this is what we have. Yeah, I think I'm okay with this length. So I'm going to make a knot at this end so that I can cut off the excess here until. So I made 2 knots. Now go ahead and cut the excess, and I'll repeat the same thing for the other end. So fasten off and weave in necessary ends. Right here, I'm done with my shorts. Look at that pretty shorts, very cute. And here is the shirt. In case you're interested in making the shirt, we have a matching set shirt tutorial on the channel, so check out the video right before this one, before the short, is where we have the shirt. Very pretty and simple to make as well. So this completes this 2-in-1 set that we're making for our baby boys. So if you find the video useful, which I believe you do, please give it a thumbs up, drop a comment, and the written pattern for this set is available. Kindly check the description box to get it for a token. If you like to support, kindly subscribe to my membership plan. And also, if you are not yet a subscriber, click that subscribe button. We drop amazing tutorials every week. You can go through the channels to see the content we have on the channel. Very pretty and beautiful designs are available for our baby boys and our baby girls. So by next week, we'll be starting another beautiful set. We'll be starting with our baby girls. We're dropping a very beautiful dress, and after that we'll be making matching 2-piece for our baby boys. So thank you, and until next week, bye.